not gonna start till 8:30. We'll just let BBL Drizzy run for a little bit.
All right, man.
I just, I feel like, you know, we'll let that rock out for a little bit. Not gonna lie, last Gathering the Old Men podcast was a good show. Wow. People need to stop sending me stuff while I'm on air.
Sorry, I was talking to my wife. She's like, why y'all not live yet? Oh, there you go.
Oh, we live, but I felt like in the spirit of the beef and the fact.
No.
No. Shout out to Metro.
No.
Shout
No.
out to Metro.
No way that's the first thing I hear.
Shout out to Metro, man. Metro, forget the Drake and K Dot.
Is this the type of energy? Look at you. I always saying was you glad. See, this is what people do when they Knicks win. They get on here clowning, playing BBL, Drizzy, and more shit.
I mean,
my wife said, "Why was that the why is that what we hear when we tune in? Why was that the move? You got to explain this one."
All right,
because he's a Drake hater for no reason.
I'm gonna take this off for later. There's a monologue coming. I'm gonna take this off for later. Hold on, what's going on with my background? Let me straighten my background out. The background seems to be acting up. My background acting up. That's a better background. I think I even got a better background than that. I think it might even be a better background than that. Because, I mean, I feel like we can go ahead and say a whole bunch of things, right? What's going on, Destroy? Hey, man, that's the goal, to get older every time. That is the goal. But I told y'all, if the Knicks win that first round, y'all gonna see my face. You gonna see my face. And then, damn all the excuses. Indiana in trouble.
Are they?
Yes, they in trouble. They in trouble. Because the Knicks play like pure D garbage.
Didn't Jalen Brunson drop 43?
Yeah.
And how many turnovers did we have? We had like 6 turnovers in 2 minutes.
Are y'all gonna need 43 from Jalen every night to squeak out some wins?
No.
You know what?
No, because it's going to turn into a little bit of a defensive game over there. As much as the Pacers run and gun, just history shows that, like, as series go, it gets, there's less scoring.
And then Demichenko played out of his mind.
For once. So that's what they're going to need. Like, I don't know if you looked at the
Dwight
last series,
Dante.
he really didn't have a good series last series. He had a couple good games.
Yeah.
Series overall, he didn't really, so that was good to see out of him, last night
But
for sure.
but from where I'm sitting, if the Knicks need Jalen Brunson to drop 40 and Demichenko to play, I'm just gonna say it like Klay Thompson, then yeah, I don't know if they're gonna win a 7-game series. I'm not counting against them. I'm just saying they're gonna need more than that.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, when you play as bad as we played and get a win, that's the goal. Just survive. When you playing bad, survive. We'll fix it next game. And the fact that you had late in the game, OG show up with big plays and White
But
Dante. I'm sorry for all the stuff I said about White Dante. Is him.
oh man,
Hey,
Listen,
he balled. He balled out. And
Halliburton
yeah,
played.
Halliburton did not have his best game by any
he
means.
hasn't. He's not. He hasn't been good recently. Let's call it what it
He
is. Josh
has
Hart's
been
been.
good in that closeout game in round one. Halliburton balled out. He played like a kid that deserved to be on the USA team.
I need it more consistent. And
Needed
we
more
talk about
consistent.
Anthony Edwards needing it more consistent. I need everybody talks about this man. He got the big old contract. I
I
need to see
agree.
it.
I agree. Consistency is very important when you get to the postseason because it only takes a couple bad games to send you home. And then if the other team is shooting on all cylinders in a game that you own and it still ain't enough, it's like, we needed you in them close games where you played bad,
Yeah,
and then you play good, but the other team is playing better. You know what I'm saying? It has to balance itself out somewhere.
Man. And we got
But
real quick before we get too deep into NBA playoffs, real quick. The WNBA is now going to have chartered flights.
I seen that. I seen
nice.
that.
Um,
Good for them. Finally.
Everybody's celebrating this. It's too many NBA owners, that's WNBA owners, that didn't want this. For the people that did want this, the New York Liberty owner, of course, the Las Vegas Aces owners, kudos to y'all. The rest of
Why wouldn't
y'all,
they want it?
it was a
Because there's more money.
competitive disadvantage to the other owners. Again, other
Pay the
owners
money. Y'all
are
got millions. Pay the money. Let's go.
other owners are NBA owners. It's not expensive. It's not because them owners
They
are
play
flying
games.
charter from game to game. Why can't them players fly charter game to game? They are
Right.
not
Right.
Like,
losing money on the lie that they tell. It is a tax shelter.
The hmm
That's what people fail
the
to realize. They owners usually losing money. You're not.
See, the WNBA is the biggest tax write-off the NBA could have ever came up with. But that doesn't mean that they shouldn't still pay the players as well.
What?
In charter flights, that's something that every major sport team has. I ain't never seen a Houston Texan in the airport lobby catching flying United. You're not gonna see that. Or Houston Rockets
Forget
or
it. Have
whatever,
you seen
however
a
you look at it.
UFL team? You've never seen a UFL team in an airport.
Nope.
And that's you talk about a bare bones team. Destroy. Here's the thing: the best women's basketball players in the world are in the WNBA. The only
Hmm.
reason we like the women's college basketball is because in men's college basketball, the best players are already in the league.
Hmm.
There isn't a Michael Jordan in college. There isn't a James Worthy in college. There isn't, you know, Larry Bird.
But they
Those players,
but they have to play at least 1 year though.
yeah, they got to play 1 year, and after that they
So
go.
we could
Well, no, not
potentially
even
be
that.
seeing like look at the hype Zion got. If we backtrack 20 years, Zion would have been the number one overall pick out of high school.
Yeah,
He would have never been the dude. Kyrie Irving would have been the number one overall pick out of high school. You know, I think Anthony Davis probably would have went number one overall right out of high school.
Yeah.
yeah, probably
He
so.
played his 1 year in college, took his team to the national championship, and won it by himself. That Kentucky team was terrible outside of him. And then they reloaded the next year and had 4 first rounders on that offense. But like
Oh,
even
we
even
forgetting
John
something.
Wall, even John Wall would have went
The
number
players who
one or
don't
one,
go to
one,
college
one through five had he came out of high school.
can go to the G League. The players that don't go to college can go to the G League. Somebody came out of that. I can't remember who it is right now off the top of my head. There's nothing wrong with one and done. The
I
people
have
who
no
complain
problem with
about
it.
the one and done are the same people that complain about the transfer portal rule.
I
Those
don't have
players don't
any
belong.
I don't have any problem with it because it allows our young kids to, experience the college life. You have to make a transition. And, we seen where kids went straight from high school to the pros when it didn't work.
Yep.
You have to go and get some type of discipline within yourself, learn what being on a team really means because when you're a superstar at the high school level, it's all about you.
Yeah.
Unless you on some YA team that's loaded with players that's also going to the NBA, coming from, a regular high school, it's all about you. And it ain't really a team thing involved. So when you go play at the next level, meaning college, now things start to speed up a little bit. Now you got to actually play some ball, or if you decide to go to the G League. But when we look at the whole concept behind NIL, it's making it to where these kids can get paid now and still go get somewhat of a college education, get some discipline within themselves, and it's a transition period because with the G League coming now, it's like okay, you just don't have to be in high school for a year. Oh, I'm gonna go play in the G League. I'm still not going to college. But now the NIL is like okay, well we're gonna fight back on that and give them an incentive for going to college.
Yep. So I'm I am very happy at where we're going with college athletics because the kids have both more freedom and they have the ability to, if they make a mistake and go to the wrong school, they can go somewhere where they can get some playing time. Now, I'm not saying you should just transfer all willy nilly. I'm not saying that. If you're not getting your grades, you shouldn't be allowed to
Hmm.
transfer.
Right.
When, when you leave that school, you should be on track to graduate. Point blank, period.
Hmm.
Um,
I agree.
whew, uh,
But the whole freedom of movement thing, you don't have any issue with it.
no, and I use this. I use Florida State as an example all the time. Bobby Bowden had the greatest third string in the history of the world because he was able to stockpile talent.
Hmm.
Kentucky was the same way. Hell, the
Right.
Florida State basketball team that had Sam Cassell, Bob Sore, um, Dobar, Dunbar, and somebody else. I remember somebody else. The backups on that team, when they left, started the next year.
Yeah. So he said he hates the idea of freshmen transferring. What if there was like something in place where you had to sign a 2 year contract slash you could go to the pros after 1 year, but you had to stay at that college. You couldn't transfer to another college, but you'd have to be at that school at least 2 years unless you declare for the draft.
You would have to, for me, you would have to guarantee that player a monetary value for those 2 years.
Absolutely, absolutely,
You
absolutely.
Yeah.
giving up something. I'm sorry that I'm so dark. I don't know what's going on with the lighting tonight. I apologize. Um, but the the giving up freedom for monetary value, I'm okay with that.
Hmm.
What I'm not okay with is these players get their coach get a better job, leave. Now you stuck there. New coach come in and say, "Yeah, you don't fit my system. I'm not renewing your scholarship." That
Right.
player ass out. And in oh
Yep.
my god, in NIL era, in these musical chairs, we ain't even gonna talk about not basketball related, but Kermani does not have a team.
Mm.
In a couple months, we're gonna start fall camp. He don't have a team
Right. Right.
because he done had multiple people run him down in the media. So who gonna sign that?
Right.
And all these coaches friends.
Yeah.
They go to camps together. They go to coaching clinics together. They friends. It
Hey,
don't.
JUCO is an option.
Yeah.
There are
JUCO,
some, and
JUCO or
before you say anything bad about JUCO, in the in
oh,
the
I don't have
pre in the
Come there.
pre
Come to FAMU.
in the pre NIL era, JUCO helped propel Cam Newton, you know, to a certain level, because we all know nobody really remembers Cam at Florida. They only know him at Auburn. But there was a stop between that, and that was Blinn Junior College in Texas, where he took that team undefeated and won a championship at the junior college level. But that was something that he didn't. If the transfer portal was the way that it is now, he probably would have went straight to another big school. But he
Jared
took
Verse
it,
came.
huh?
No, I was distressed at Jared Verse. Jared Verse came from FCS,
Yeah. So
but yeah,
FCS is still above junior college. You got to remember that.
yep.
It's still the level you think about it: bowl series, championship series, Division 2, then JUCO. JUCO is like way down here, like a step above community college.
Yeah.
Uh, let me check. Let me check. Um, and with so we are getting to the end of the COVID extra years.
Well,
Now,
them COVID extra
Jared
years,
Verse with Albany State, or Albany and Florida State. Those are his schools.
it's
Um,
FCS. Okay.
yeah, FCS. Um,
Yeah. Man,
so
them
we,
COVID years, bless Bo Nix. That's all I'm gonna say.
For
Dude got
sure.
grandkids.
For sure. That was one dude that them COVID years helped a lot.
Yeah, but here's a back. It's a backlog of players who
Hmm.
didn't get COVID years, who are coming from JUCO, who are transferring from other schools. These high school
So
players,
trust.
if you don't have a dance partner, you better go. I mean, you better go JUCO.
They said Bo Nix also started as a true freshman at Auburn. He
He
started
did.
as a true freshman, but he got some extra eligibility years because of COVID. And the
No, he
mix of
played
him
full set.
transferring, in the midst of him transferring, then he ended his career with Oregon. Because he was in college. I think he ended up getting, was it 6 years of eligibility? It was either five or
If
six
I'm not
years.
mistaken, he got six.
Yeah, it was six
It
years
was
of
6.
eligibility
I don't
by the
know
end
because
of
I
it.
think he got hurt one year.
2021,
He had a hurt
2022,
year,
2022.
Yeah,
and
that's what it was
and then it ended up giving him an extra year.
with the COVID year.
Yep.
So, but yeah, it's we really a few things we need to do, and one of the coaches pointed out to me on Twitter today. If you have a kid that's starting to get good in athletics in middle school, you're gonna need to get you another job or do whatever you need to do because these camps cost. I
Yep.
remember when Florida State camp used to be free. They ain't free no more.
Mm-mm.
Like the cheap ones is $70. So
And
parents
see,
beware.
I plan to be plugged into the local athletic community as I bring my boys up.
Mhm.
Yup,
And
yes, sir.
you know what I mean? The camps, the connections,
Yes,
the
sir.
networking, that's all gonna be crucial to their success. You know, if sports is what they want to do. I'm not gonna force it on them, but if that's what you want to do, then we're gonna be all in with it. We're not gonna play with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if you want to be a science major and do that, hey, we'll find a camp
Cool.
for that. There's a camp for everything, but
Exactly.
they all cost. As long as you understand
Exactly.
that, you won't be surprised when you get there.
Mm-hmm.
Woo. Um. Oh man, we got a full
Facts,
dance card,
trust.
man.
Facts,
A
trust.
full dance card. Um. So I want to talk about Kyrie, but I don't want to talk about Kyrie because I'm kind of biased when it comes to Kyrie. He got
Cause they
way
don't
too much
play.
talent.
Cause they don't play defense. Like leave them alone. We know that.
Yeah. But what's wrong with him? I'm confused. He who? Don't he?
He he hooping better than Luca.
In the fourth quarter, yes. The whole game, no.
No, he's a closer. He's a
Clearly,
better closer than Luca. Luca is. Cause my God, man, man.
yo, that I don't think we talked about that one. The series, the last series, over three people. It was reminiscent of MJ. You put the ball up, you see hands go up, you bring the ball down, all the hands come down, you put the ball back up where ain't nobody there. The athletic ability it takes to hang in the air that long needs to be studied.
Man, I,
His finishing ability is second to none.
I am sick and tired of people making excuses for Luca. He was supposed to be the European Larry Bird. We gonna get to the Bird thing in a minute. He was supposed to be the European Larry Bird. Y'all told me all this stuff about what Luca's supposed to be. Larry Bird played defense. Larry Bird talked about people mama, then told him what he was gonna do to them. Larry Bird got mad that they put a white dude on him. Like, why y'all put this white dude on me? It was disrespect for you to put a white dude on Larry Bird. Man. Mm. So I will apologize because I didn't think the Mavs had the defense to be competitive. I don't like this Thunder series might test them. Might. Might test them.
The Thunder are long though. It's a
Yeah,
long
they are.
team. Everybody tall.
Yeah, they are. I just I have to get in my mind and my brain that I trust Chet to be a transformational player. Once I
Mm.
get that in my head and forget that he was stupid enough to try and take a charge from LeBron, we might be able to do something. Hey y'all, I don't know
He
what
gonna
What I
Nightbot going
what
through, so I
the
apologize.
last the last time I told you I'm a fan of Chet now. Like I said, I took back every bad word I said about the man going into the draft last year. Well, year before last. And I'm a believer. I'm a believer in the Thunder because they play defense. They have stretches that play outstanding defense on the perimeter, meaning Luca and Kyrie are gonna have contested shots all game, all series. So we know these are excellent shooters, but when you have long defenders that can stick with you, that percentage goes down. I don't care who you are. That percentage is gonna go down. Are they gonna be able to get enough paint buckets? Are they gonna be able to dial up plays, actual plays, not just ISO and shoot, because it's not going to work on OKC. That's how they've been beating people all year. You can't just sit there and run ISO and pull up with Shai Gilgeous in your face. It's not going to work.
So, but it's going. Oh man,
But
the series.
that is something that Mavericks were better at this season, was being able to score in the paint.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the deciding factor, is if they're able to continue their success down low, because the perimeter shooting is going to be at a minimum due to the defensive prowess of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
You know what I will say, like to your point, and I
You know.
believe Destroy mentioned one of these guys. Last year they didn't really have too much paint action. This year they're a little bit better. Why? They got two new guys, Lively and Gafford.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be huge for them as long as they're healthy, stay out of foul trouble. Can Chet handle them boys? Them boys that's big bodies over there too. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
This might be decided by the bigs.
Yeah.
I guess we can include Chet in that, in the bigs, because he's 7'1". But it's gonna be the other guys, the big guys that's down low in the paint banging. That's what this game is gonna be decided. What this series?
Well, yeah. All right, man. So somehow, some way, throwing a hot ice pack onto the court does not get you suspended for a game. It gets you a fine. If a fan throws something on the court, he got to go. But a
Forever.
player, no, that's cool. That's cool.
He said he
That's
also
cool.
threw a towel.
This is.
I think
What's up with
we
Canadians this week, man?
we Jamal Murray, Canadian.
Yes.
Oh, that says it all right there.
You know what? I might be wrong for this, but I don't care.
So what you trying to tell me is that Shea is about to get popped tonight then by Luca. If it's all bad for Canadians this week, so he going down too. Shea going down too.
I gotta pick Luke. This
Exactly.
is Olympic year, man. It's USA versus everybody. And if it's a Canadian or European, man, let them play to a 7 overtime tie.
Okay. Understood. Copy.
I
Jamal
like
Murray.
Shea's game. I like
Wait,
Shea's
wait,
game.
wait. We not off Jamal Murray. He not finna escape this smoke. Because I was right. Look, I've been riding with Jamal Murray since his Kentucky days.
Is he allowed to have one bad game, bro? Jamal Murray. He allowed to have
He
one
is,
bad.
but
Look.
you're not allowed
He's
to
having.
act like a. I can't even say it in the
All
stands.
right, yeah.
Crybaby. I'll just say
no.
crybaby.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My wife been telling me to watch my language. She said I be, I'm very vulgar at times. So I'm just gonna say he was acting like a crybaby because they were getting their heads kicked in.
Yeah. Okay.
That was it. This can potentially be a sweep, seeing as how they were. What wasn't it in Denver?
Yeah, man. This could be a sweep.
This could be a sweep.
They have no answer for Anthony Edwards. No matter who, no matter who they put on him, it didn't matter. They was either too slow or too small. Gobert dominating in the paint. They can't stop Cat, which is sad.
They did that
Really, all you need to do is put a body on him. But Jokic been playing like a powder puff, just getting bullied. But he was getting bullied by AD. The only difference is he was putting up points on AD as well.
Yeah.
So, no, Jamal got to get the most smoke because he was crying about him not getting a foul call when you dropped your head, ran full up court into a trap, then tried to avoid the trap by sticking your arm out and complaining that your momentum got changed. Well, one, your momentum got changed because you had your arm out trying to protect the ball. Instead of dribbling with your head up, also his teammates could have helped him, but dribbling with your head up and finding the open man before you ran into the trap. But again, you know, with my daddy in my head, you just gonna barrel right into that trap and then blame somebody else.
Man, that was
That's
some
on him.
outstanding defense from Minnesota. That was probably the best exhibition of playoff defense I've seen in a long time. That was giving me 2003 Detroit Pistons.
94 feet.
They was pressuring the ball from the moment it got inbounded. Every
Hold on,
play,
hold on.
half court trap.
For people that's new to the pod, we have a loyal viewer in Oppo. Oppo, he comes on the pod, he creates a little bit of static, but he is a loyal viewer. I will retweet his stream the next time he streams. But what ain't gonna happen is Oppo getting on the pod. We're not doing that.
Hey, graduate high school first, Op. Then we'll talk. Go ahead,
But I will
graduate high
see those
school.
streams whenever I see.
Oh,
But
I
yeah,
was
no.
in there. I was checking them out. I was checking out his stream. It was either yesterday. I was like, oh shit, look at the baby face killer.
I didn't know he was that young. I used to mess with him, but I didn't know he was that young.
He was like, yo.
Oh my god.
Baby face.
Oh Jesus! I got Stacey Adams older than him. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, do we think Denver can get back into the series?
Yes. It only takes
Yeah.
one game. It only takes one game to, what's the word? Show that you belong. Like, we are talking about the defending world champion. This isn't a scrub team who was just happy to make the playoffs. They are battle tested. They are champions. You win one, you start there. You can only take it a game at a time, because if you're sitting at home as a Denver Nugget right now thinking we got to win 4 in a row, you're going to lose the next one. Don't look so far ahead. The next game is the most important game. Treat every game like a closeout.
Agree. Yeah. But historically, it's gonna be hard, man. Like you said, if they treat it, one game at a time, they get this one, then they get the next one. Cool. But if the Wolves get one out of these two, historically, that's what's
The
gonna be
odds
rough.
aren't in their favor.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah, basically. But I'm
But,
rooting for Minnesota and AE.
Mm-hmm.
I've been talking about AE for a while now, and I told y'all he was the best two-way guard in the league. And everybody was kind of like, I don't know, maybe not yet. Kenny Smith
Nah.
said he was, so I believe he is.
He played.
Nah, he's him, man. I don't know. He's having a run right now.
You know, there are players that like get hot at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
He been hot all year.
And he's 22.
Do y'all understand? He doing what MJ did 8 years into his career.
He's 22. This dude don't look like he's 22 playing the game. He don't look 22. He plays it like a veteran.
If y'all ever thought y'all was going to convince me that LeBron is the GOAT, it ended when this young man decided he was going to be in his prime right now. That is over. You will never convince me. This dude is playing out of his mind, and he is doing it with a smile, and his teammates are following his lead. I have been saying for years, Cat is weak. They got somebody
weak right now.
Cat.
He ain't looking weak right now.
Because he got a leader.
I'm gonna just let him go. like, and pretend like he didn't just say that.
I said it. I said what I
No
said.
way,
I
you
said it with
just
my chest.
compared Anthony Edwards to
I'm not
Bones,
comparing.
bro.
I'm not comparing.
That's
I
not
am
what he
talking
said.
about mentality.
That's not what
Mentality.
But
I
that's
don't
not what
think
you said neither.
I didn't hear
But
a comparison between Anthony Edwards and Michael Jordan. What I heard him say was
no,
he's
no, no,
doing what
no, no.
Michael
He said
did 8 years
LeBron.
into his career. Oh, LeBron, my bad. He's doing what LeBron did 8 years into his career right now at 22. Is what he said. But
It's
LeBron took his team to the finals at what was he 24?
and that is yeoman's work. What I'm saying is
They got drugged, but yeah.
Anthony Edwards. The thing that everybody complains about Mike is also the thing that made Mike great. He made his teammates better by challenging them hard in their face. Anthony
Hmm.
Edwards challenges his team, but it's with a smile. Like somebody got in his ear and like, look, everybody hated MJ because of the way he handled things. You can do the same thing, but you can make your teammates feel good about it. He's doing that. Because before this dude, Cat didn't care what happened in the playoffs. He was
Hmm.
disinterested. He is playing above his head. And I'm saying this
Hmm.
with all the talent. Cat Williams got more talent than any big in the league. More talent. Not what he's actually he got more potential. Let's do that. He got more potential than any other big man in the league.
You
And
think the
until this
ceiling?
year, yeah, his ceiling is ridiculous. And this year, he's getting closer to the ceiling with this young man than any other time in his career. Oh yeah, and they do got a defensive player of the year certified on their squad. So, like,
Hmm.
what you gonna do? They not backing down. They not dropping coverage on the screen. They
They
not
go
backing
through them.
down.
They go through them.
Yeah. So it's a you can no longer put Rudy Gobert in the pick and roll and take advantage of him. Them days over. It's over. He got a coach.
Hmm.
Like, come on, man. Come on.
The
And the
the
interview.
rotations, and I'm watching it from a what's the word? Like when I'm watching the game, I'm looking at the intangibles, the little things, like how they roll off of the pick and roll, how do they transition and rotate to the open shooter, and they are closing, and they close fast. And what they did a lot of times was make the shooter very uncomfortable to the point where they stop shooting. Now you're dribbling more, you're still trying to get people open, and the shot clock is working against you. So that is
Yeah,
why their defense has been killing them, because first of all, you don't even get a free run up the court. You're getting trapped at half court, which has already killed 8 seconds off the clock. So by the time you can get into your first play, it's already down to 14 seconds. And then if that play don't work, now you're taking bad shots.
they
And
was
we've
still
seen
they
it the
got
whole
several.
night.
They got several 24-second calls. Several.
Hmm.
That was a good point out. Oh, you was okay. Do your homework then.
Yeah, this
Do your homework.
TVB in his
Yeah,
bag, man. TVB in his
yeah.
bag. Oh man. Um, but yeah, no, that's the. Do y'all know we just spent like 10 minutes on the Timberwolves? When in the
Then
history of basketball have we spent that much time on the Timberwolves?
Kevin Garnett, don't do that.
Okay, but they didn't
Hey, I
win
wasn't
nothing.
but 5 years old, man.
They didn't win nothing.
They came close,
Nothing.
They
but
went. They yeah.
you're
They went
right.
to the West Finals. No, one of them years.
Yeah, they went to the Western Conference Finals. Pretty sure the Lakers sent them home.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
the best thing that happened to
I
the
mean, it's
Timberwolves
Kobe.
was
That would have been crazy though.
the best thing that happened to the Timberwolves was Kevin Garnett talking shit to Michael Jordan after J.R. Ryder was having a good day.
He said, "Don't do that.
Damn.
I gotta go."
If anything ever in life got bleak, because he said, "My bad, dog. My bad. My bad." That man said Mike had his hands on hips, leg locked, and it was over. He said we was down by 24. Quit messing with that man. Oh, I'm sorry. That's one of the funniest stories to me. That's one of the funniest stories to me.
That that
Them,
reminds
it's
me
two
of old
NBA
buddy
stories.
on the Celtics talking shit. Old buddy talking shit to Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler was cool. You would open your mouth. He dropped
No.
50.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all better leave. Y'all better leave these dudes alone. Some of these dudes got some pent up aggression, and they just waiting for a motherfucker to bring it out of them.
Say so. Mm-hmm.
But what the man said on Friday, leave this nice man alone. Talking about Debo. Oh man.
Hey, Debo tell me to be quiet. I shut up. But when he
Oh,
leave,
for real.
I be talking again.
Oh man. So we celebrated Angel Jackson getting drafted as an HBCU player in the WNBA out of Jackson State. She did get cut this week. So we will try and find out what her next moves are, but it is not unusual for a WNBA player to get
No.
cut, go overseas, and then come back because the player she got cut for was playing overseas, and now she's coming back to take Angel's spot. So she can potentially do the same thing. Angel has size, length. She'll be fine. She'll be back. Don't worry about it. Hell, no, not probably. She is the best HBCU basketball player from last year. Um, no, we're not talking about no Tom Brady. God damn. Fuck Tom Brady.
He's about to be your quarterback. What you
This ain't
mean?
that podcast.
I apparently I gotta watch it. My wife told me we have to watch it because it was more than just them talking about Tom Brady. It was a lot of shit about what's going on in the industry. If you haven't been paying attention, but we'll get to it later. Between Kendrick and Drake, but it's some things that correlate to what they've been going back and forth about.
Mm.
Boy.
So, how do you feel about Derek White, man? Talk to me about Derek White. He has been playing out of his mind.
Yeah, he got 30 right now, man. He is going bananas. I don't know if the Knicks gonna stop this team. Man. If he playing good, it's over with. It's over with for everybody.
This
He
Celtics
getting
team
30
looks
against the
unstoppable.
Cavs. The Cavs.
The Cavs are decent, man.
They got tiny tots in the backcourt. They got tiny tots in the backcourt.
They got tiny
One
tots. They
tiny
can go
tot.
for 50 at any moment, too.
Right. One of them
They
got
can go
33
for
right
50,
now.
but they can't stop nobody. See,
Yeah.
Derek White. Again, I say, we're going to stop celebrating bums going for 50. This new NBA defense is ridiculous.
Did you
Absolutely
just
ridiculous.
call White a bum? I'm about to.
It's not even
Where's
that. It's
where's
not
the
even
exit
that,
button?
Jazz. It's that they're better shooters, man. Think
You just
about it. Think
called
about it
White
for a
a
second. Think
bum.
about it. On Jordan's team, right? Who who was the point guard? I'm not really too sure who was the starting point guard or something. Maybe like
Depending
BJ
on
Armstrong
what
or like
year. It could have been anybody from BJ Armstrong,
right.
um, Steve Kerr. It could have been any of those.
Right. All right. So let's say BJ. BJ, Mike, Pippen, uh I don't know if that would have been Horace's team or what. Either way, the 4 and the 5 on them teams not shooting a jump shot at all. Pippen maybe shooting a mid range, maybe. All 5 dudes
You
on the
talking about
court nowadays can shoot a jump shot, bro.
you talking
Every
about the
single
you
one of
talking
them.
about the talking about the Bulls?
Yeah, the
I'm
Bulls.
pointing out one team, but I'm just saying
No,
like in comparison.
the Bulls had shooters everywhere outside of Rodman, Horace Grant, and Cartwright.
Yeah.
Everybody else could shoot. Luke Longley can shoot. Tony Kukoc can shoot. B.J. Armstrong can shoot. Steve
Luke
Kerr
was a
can
center.
shoot.
Whoa, we just disrespected Bill Cartwright. Bill Cartwright could shoot. Y'all just didn't like his form. It was
No,
Nah,
that
horrible.
shit was
Bill.
ugly.
Nah, come on.
He,
But all right. Fair point. Fair point.
but
They had
here's my
shooters.
issue. Here's my issue with Derek White. Derek White is a career 12.3 points a game player. His field goal percentage has always been good, 45%. His 3-point percentage is 36.3%. Do you know against the Heat he had 38? Against the Heat on May 1st, he had 25. On May 7th against the Cavaliers, he had 25. He is playing out of his mind because of who he playing against. One big guard is going to shut all of that down.
I really need you to go back and look at more tape on Derek White.
I mean, but who gonna go? All right, let's say hypothetically,
Average.
boom. Go ahead.
Now, all I was gonna say is averaging 12.3 points a game on a team with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown ain't a bad look. That's not a bad place to be. Because that tells me that when they not on top of their game, we can count on you to give us double-digit scoring.
But the other problem is, and the same problem that they run into every year, and it is a schematic problem. It is not a Jason Tatum. It is not. It's not the team. It's not the players' issue. It's a front office issue. Every time you get into a major series, whether it's the Eastern Conference Finals or the NBA Finals, you do not have a guard who will initiate offense when you start getting turnovers. Drew Holiday ain't that guy, and more importantly, Derek White is not that guy. Miami exposed him last year, and 2 years ago, the Warriors exposed him. That's
Can
the
players
issue.
not get better?
Yes, they can get better, TP, but he's not that. It's not
I'm
that.
seeing the evolution. We are
He's not.
literally seeing the evolution of his game right in front of us this
His
postseason.
assists aren't
We are
going up.
literally seeing it.
His assists aren't going up. His initiating the offense isn't the issue.
It don't matter. It don't matter when you get in buckets like this. It don't matter when you
and look,
averaging
as a Knicks fan, he should literally like live in your dreams. Because when y'all play and Jalen Brunson goes up to try to guard his shot, he's gonna shoot right over him.
That's Brunson's matchup because he's not guarding Drew.
Based on what Tibbs is doing, Jalen's not gonna guard him.
Then he gonna guard Drew.
Josh
Hart probably guard Drew. He'll be guarding Drew more than he will.
Yeah, you got Tatum and Brown. Josh Hart gonna be on Tatum.
So
yeah, who gonna guard? And this is the thing: he's not the star. You keep forgetting that he's not the star. If he's who you worried about, you already
no.
lost.
I'm not worried about. That's not what I'm saying.
I'm not worried. I'm saying like Brunson might end up on Derek White. Derek White might fillet him.
He might drop 30 on his face, forehead. Yep, that forehead right there.
Oh my God! Hey, listen, Destroy. That's not happening.
Nah, they gonna get swept.
Johnny Black. I will call Johnny Black and start putting up bets again before that happens.
I don't think they get swept. I think it's 4-2.
No, I think it is. I think it's 4-3, Game 7. Knicks win Game 7.
I need you to wake up.
Man, I don't know what.
Right.
You know what? Y'all don't see my face.
Oh,
y'all, one game, one series at a time. One series at a time. We're not gonna look past.
Hey, DK. You know they say the biggest lies are the ones we tell ourselves.
Hey, the absolute hate. This ain't supposed to be that podcast, damn it.
No, we here. This is everything basketball. Says you gonna look. I want you to parade your team. They did well. They won in the first round. They sent Joel Embiid to the crib crying again. They did their job. But when it comes to them Boston Celtics, if the Celtics don't do historically what they've done in the playoffs, which is lose at home, then y'all don't beat them. But if y'all can go into Boston and steal a game and steal home court, there is a chance. There is a chance the Knicks can win because Boston has not played well at home at Eastern Conference Finals games.
All I need to do is get Josh Hart to remember he does not initiate the offense. That's all I need. All I need, the ball get past half court, get a ball to Jalen Brunson. Number two, when you get past half court, see rule one. Like run down. This man ran down to the lane only to turn the ball over.
But I'm
Like
not
why?
gonna lie, I love Josh Hart's scrappiness. You want to talk about Russell
Yeah, man.
Westbrook being a great rebounding guard? No, Josh Hart
Yeah,
is
that's
down there
trash.
with the bigs taking rebounds. It is
Man.
it is actually an amazing thing to see because there's a want it that you gotta have when it come to rebounding. Dennis Rodman talked about it. You gotta want it. And when Josh Hart goes to go get rebounds, he wants it more than everybody down there, and you can see it.
Yeah.
They gonna need that if they want to
Man,
stand any chance against the Celtics.
man. Major Payne said, "Do you want it? Do you want to earn it?" Josh Hart earns it all day long. But he also turned the ball over in some critical moments. That
Okay. All right. At least you gave him his praise. At least you gave him his praise.
oh no, he is a very capable defender. He's a timely shooter, and between him and White Dante, and I cannot sing the praises of White Dante enough. Like White Dante, dude, you that time you spent with the Warriors has paid off. Because whatever was going on in Milwaukee wasn't working. You went to Golden State and was like, I can shoot. And ooh wee. But Dante, tell the truth. Tell the truth. You've
All
been
good
eating
shooters
mayonnaise
need
sandwiches with no hot sauce. Tell the truth. You've been
all,
eating mayonnaise sandwiches with no hot sauce.
all good shooters need is confidence.
Yeah.
Well, he got it. And shout out to Jalen Brunson to keep feeding him the ball even when he missed.
Yeah.
Oof.
Absolutely.
And Tibbs.
They gonna need all that. All
Hey
of it.
Tibbs. It's me. It's your boy. Listen, man. Everybody don't need to play 45 minutes. You got 12 people on the squad. Play 8. I shouldn't see the same 7 players on the squad on the court the entire game.
I mean,
I just shouldn't. But hey,
You know,
hey, hey, hey,
if Tibbs would have won anything in his coaching career, I would disagree with you. I would just tell you to let the man coach. But historically, he's burnt his team out. You know what I mean? Historically, any team he's coached, they've been burnt out.
oh man,
So I can't disagree with you, Troy.
it's and he is oh god, he is doing better than he has in the past. But yeah, just just give Jalen like another 3-4 minutes and we'll be good in the fourth quarter. Hey y'all, I don't know if y'all watched like the little Met Gala pictures or whatever. Um, Ben Simmons was at the Met Gala,
huh,
and social media was not nice to him. Like, cause when the women go up there and they have their little fly outfits at the Met Gala, they say she playing no games. They say that Ben Simmons was playing no games because he literally plays no games.
nah, that's funny. Nah, that's funny.
And he had a little handbag that had a clock in it.
Oh my god.
And I was like, why does he have a handbag with a clock? Because he ain't clocked no minutes since he got drafted.
God damn it!
They wrong. They wrong for that.
I just,
Oh man,
That's funny.
how
I
you got
love some
time?
quality burns, quality.
I just want to know how you got time to go to the Met Gala. But Did he log 1 minute this season?
Nope. Well, yes, actually, I'm wrong, but he didn't play too much, man. He didn't play too much at all.
His back wasn't hurting that night, was it?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
No.
Um,
Oh, that is hilarious.
Grant Hill, I need to apologize because when I was a Magic fan, I used to be upset with you because I felt like you robbed the Orlando Magic with no ski mask. Mm-mm. You ain't do nothing. Because what Ben Simmons is doing, he ain't even robbing the bank. That requires too much work. He just hacking the bank for the money. That's all he doing.
No mask, so you know it's me.
Mm-hmm. To you. Come on, man. No, he has
Kind of
he
like
has
that coach.
never
Kind
won
of
in
like
college.
that coach down at the agriculture and at mechanical school down in Texas. Whew, we want to talk about robberies. That's on that scale. No mask, no gloves.
You know, I hope all the bad things in life happen to Jimbo Fisher and nobody else but Jimbo Fisher. But I gotta respect him. Hope he get the bag. $77 million to go sit down. Pay me $77 million to go sit down. I'm gonna be 350 at home.
After only winning 4 games.
No, that is.
He's a quarterback guru. Who did he develop? Come on, you had Drew Weatherford and Xavier. What was Xavier's last name? Xavier Lee. Bobby Bowden called him Mr. Universe and Mr. All State. And you made Christian Ponder your starting quarterback. You should get hit by a Nerf bus every day of your life for that one decision. Disrespect. Freshman. Do you know how hard it is to be a freshman in Division I football and throw for 3,900 yards?
I,
Go to
I
the
I wouldn't
Orange
know
Bowl.
personally.
This ain't that podcast. I'm sorry for my rant. I'm sorry for my rant. I got another rant later, but we'll talk about that later.
I didn't even say his name, and he just went off on a tangent.
Man, listen. I didn't. It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
It is too.
Um, Speaking of taking
Account-
shots,
Accountability, Troy. We can't teach the young that if we don't do it ourselves.
man, do you know my 8-year-old called me and asked me for more time because his phone goes off at 8 o'clock. He goes to bed at 8 o'clock, but because he had a soccer match tonight, he got home kind of late, so he was eating late. He gonna say, "Hey, can you give me some more time?" No, I'm not giving you time. You're supposed to be in bed. He said, "But I'm eating dinner at the table." Okay, you still supposed to be in the bed. I'm not giving you more time. Do you know this little hung up the phone on me? So you know I called back, right? Call back. So when he get out of school tomorrow, he gonna think his phone gonna turn on. It ain't. It ain't even gonna turn on.
Damn.
He'll be like, wait, what happened?
You know, and it's not like he don't know I'm petty. Like, oh, because he petty. He think he got it on his own. Oh, you got that from me. Like, come on, man.
He got it honest.
Hey, so Norchit O'Meara is transferring from Miami to Baylor. And I would like to personally say you made the right decision. I know that Ponzi scheme money ain't like it used to be. So, you made the right decision. Go be great, young man. Them Ibis people didn't deserve you no way. And anytime I can take a shot at them Ibis people, I'm going to take it. Every time.
Oh, we know. Oh,
All right, man.
don't we
So
know?
Somebody posted the faces of the league. Somehow they included Luke. I don't know why, but Ant was pretty much what everybody had said. He the face of the league now, and I want to agree. But I also want to believe that his agent gonna be smart and get him out of Minnesota.
Where he gonna go
But
though?
New York,
Oh my gosh.
you know,
What about
I'm not
like
saying it's gonna happen, but if that was to happen, and a aging Jalen, I don't even think by the time those contracts end, I think Jalen will still be in what his late 20s, early 30s.
something like that? Yeah.
Oh man, oh man, that'll be too much. I would be too much. I'll be too much. I'll be trying to figure out how I can get me some flow seats. I'm just saying, in case Jill Scott was in the building. I don't know why she would be at a New York Knicks game, but I'm just saying. But let me stop before I get punched in the ribs.
Right.
Everybody notice TP keep a straight face doing all of that. That's my guy. That's my guy. Hey, Miss Parker, I'm not trying to cause no problems in nobody's house. All right.
Stone
So,
stone face. Gun on my waist. Straight.
all right. So, DK, we get you on here every week, and we don't ever ask you about what bets you feel good about, because
Hmm.
we've seen you have a few rants on the internet.
Ah,
Um. So what are the bets that you're looking forward to tonight?
tonight? Well, I thought that Jalen Brown and Mitchell were both gonna get. I thought Mitchell was gonna get like over 25, and Jalen Brown was gonna get over 20. They both are. One got 32, the other one got like 33. New Boston, obviously Boston will go win. And then tonight with the Mavs game, I didn't know who was gonna win. I'm leaning Mavs just because like, I, man, that team, man, I don't know. I mean, I know the Thunder are good. They went and took care of business, but man, they're my boys, man. Luca and Kyrie have been doing it all year, so I got him and then Luca for 30. That's just my. Oh, and you know what, Shea for 25, and the Shay, if you do it one more time, Shay, we will be boxing. I will be in Oklahoma City tomorrow if you get 24 points tonight off of free throws that you missed. Go ahead and do it again. I promise. And you know what? I don't typically like super hate anybody. Don't ban. I kind of like everybody, these days. Tatum, cool. Some people don't like certain guys. Shay, if you do it again, because the free throws, man. How do you miss free throws at any like that? I don't know. So and like he kind of played with it last series. It was all cool, but like that's something to look at. If he don't hit free throws down the stretch, the Mavs ain't gonna be playing around with that. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
So wait a minute. You got two players going for 60 points
Who?
on the same team. You said Luca. Was
Luca and
that Luca?
Shea.
Oh, Luca and Shea. Okay.
Yeah,
So
two
that's all
different.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
what's the over under on that game?
It's like 205, 219. Why? Yeah, 219. Pretty
Yeah, I was
high.
about to say if it got
Game
to be
one,
over
too.
210. It has to
It's
be
game
over
one
210.
too, so it
Yeah.
makes sense.
Two. Oh man. So we just gave up on defense. This defense is just fucking now.
In this series, absolutely.
Yeah, because who guarding
Oh,
them?
okay.
The only thing stopping these boys is themselves and their injuries. That's about it. That's
Yeah.
really about it.
Like I don't see any game in the Denver Timberwolves series going to 19, like at all, because those are two defensive teams. They score, but they don't score as much when they play other defensive teams. They just kind of lock up and take the easy shots. You know, they take some threes. They're gonna pull the threes, of course. But at the end of the day, both of these teams are too good defensively for it to go that high.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I kind of agree with that.
I guess we ain't gonna never see no 98 102 games no more.
Yeah, we
Nah,
will.
we will. We have. Like, get it. Let it get to game like 5, 6, 7. It gets a little bit more defensive and a little bit more like scheme based as the series go on. So we'll see though. Yeah, they just took Tatum out. God, these light
Let's forget
skinned mother fluffers, man. Oh man,
what what happened?
Tatum,
What?
bro. Tatum. 0 for 5 from three, bro. Like, yay, Celtics won. They're cheaters, bro. Celtics are cheaters. The fact that your best player can go 0 for 5 from three and you still win the game by 30 is, or what is it, 25? Like,
Yeah, like you talking about 98 shit. The Timberwolves only scored 106 in both games, but in game 1, Denver only hit 80. So that's what 186 points. That's why I say I don't see this series getting to 219 ever. Even the second game they only got to 205.
Um, so I'm looking at the prop bets. That's but you know what I
Oh,
don't
I
see
said
on
it
the prop
backwards, but
bet?
yeah.
I don't see any player prop bets on ESPN bet.
that may be because of the state you're in. I'm not too sure. Or maybe you just not.
No, ESPN bet. Well, I can't bet on anything, but ESPN bet will show me everything. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it shows everything, and then the point total range and all of that. Um, Boy, if that thing stay under 150 points, ooh wee,
Yeah.
$20.
That never. That would
I'm
never.
Hey, appreciate you, Mike Mercy. Yes, sir.
most definitely, man. Thank you for coming out to the pod. Shout out to the 37 in the building. I am now paying attention to where everybody is: Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and all that. So I am paying attention. Shout out to Twitter for being on here. Um, um, who told me that? Doc Holiday. So y'all, if you see Doc Holiday streaming, check out Doc Holiday stream. He told me about that, and it's been sitting here the whole time. I just never paid attention to it. So shout out to Doc Holiday.
Hmm.
But all right, man. So we've really been focused on a lot of basketball, and I've made that very very. That's been intentional because we've not paid on the other podcast. We've not given basketball its just due.
Hmm.
Some other things that we haven't done that we will start to do, and I will split it between the podcasts: women's softball, men's baseball. Baseball on the MLB level is boring. However, hear me out. Hear me out. However, this college baseball, this college softball, I can't wait to Florida State go to the ACC tournament because them push pack boys. Oh my God, I can't.
You just mad that the Tampa Bay Rays and the Miami Marlins, both of them Florida teams, is irrelevant. That is why you say it's boring.
When was
Don't
Tampa
hate.
Bay relevant? When?
They was good last year. They was all right last year. See, that's how I know you don't do your homework. You over
Yes,
there
I do.
hating.
Yes, I do. I'm not just hating. Listen, so Background. We're about to give Stu Sternberg $400 million in tax breaks. Fuck him. Secondly, the best raised player is currently in the Dominican Republic dealing with
Oh my
some
god.
issues that Drake might be dealing with. The farm system is bare because all those players made it to the major league, and now they've hit arbitration. The Rays don't want to pay, and they go to other places like they always do. The Rays and the Orlando Magic do the exact same thing. Oh, we got a good player. We're gonna ride these 4 years out. In year 6, you have a nice day.
So back to basketball, right? Because we didn't talk about we didn't talk about the Orlando Magic. You know, they made it to a game 7. That
The
team
Mamba was
is very young. I want to say the
dangerous.
oldest starter was Jonathan Isaac,
Isaac, Florida State.
and he's 24.
Mm-hmm.
Dangerous.
That is a dangerous situation. But to Troy's point, they gonna have to pay somebody. Branchero gonna get a max contract when it's all said and
Oh,
done. Like they are going to have to pay him. This is one of
they might do the
those.
extension this year. But I assume he got at least 2 more. 'Cause I think those are
He
4-year deals, right, or something like that. So
Yeah, rookie contracts are 4 years with a 1 year player option or team option. It's either player or a team option. I can't remember which one. So they're gonna have to make a decision, and it better be the right one because he's transformed that team not alone, but to the credit like Ant, somebody that the other players are gonna follow and do their job as well. You got to have somebody you can follow that does their job, and he did his job. They blew the lead in that game, and I can only chunk that up to experience. I could that's the only thing I could chunk it up to because Spider been there. You know what I mean? He was there when he was in the Western Conference, and he understood the assignment came second half. And I think Orlando kind of folded. They started playing sloppy. They wasn't hitting open shots, and it kind of fell apart in that fourth quarter. But for them to make it to a game 7 with this young of a team and had a season that they had, it only says bright things for the future. But it's going to be on the owner whether or not he keeps that team together or brings in some additional pieces, whatever needed to get them to the next level.
yeah, I couldn't agree more. They got to keep Franz. Franz is, I know somebody. He'll be before Paulo that needs to get a contract. They need to keep him. They work well together. That's a 20-point per game scorer. Um,
Yeah.
he isn't an all NBA or an all star player. I feel like that's somebody that they should keep and that should be relatively cheap for them. Uh, and then they just got to pay Paulo. Really, that's it. And honestly, if you get Franz, you get the brother. And they a package. They nice. They're pretty dang good out of Michigan.
They are
Them
Hans
boys,
F. Hans. They are
bro.
going to pump you up. Listen, man, it's too much talent on that squad. They actually have one of the few things that is rare in the NBA. They have a true point guard. And once he gets some seasoning under his belt, he's going to be a problem. And I'm not talking about a problem like he's scoring 30 or he's giving out 40 assists. No. When the hot player is hot, he's going to feed the hot player. When he needs to score, he's going to score. And he's going to keep the team on track. He just got to, it's just a little bit of seasoning that he needs. But again, it's up to management. And the
Yeah.
Magic has always been up against management with Shaq, Penny, Scott Skiles. Like, it's always been management that screwed it up.
Even with that T Mac and Dwight Howard combo, that could have been crazy.
Yeah.
And Rashard Lewis as well. Can't forget him. He was on that team. They were deep. Hito Turkoglu.
If the Magic would have had Dwight, Tito, Rashard Lewis, and Tracy McGrady, you're not beating that squad. That's too
Mm-mm.
long.
They
That's
let
too
T
long.
Mac go for a bag of chips.
And y'all was happy about it.
Mm-mm.
Y'all was
13
happy.
points in 30 seconds.
Oh man. It's,
Sure was.
man. But you know, there's that. It was something I was about to get to and I forgot. It literally just I lost my train of thought just that quick. Just that quick. Oh, I know. So let's just assume the Magic are not going to resign Jonathan Isaacs.
Mm-hmm.
That man is 6'10", maybe 7 foot, a wing defender. If he can stay healthy and he ends up in either Miami or New York, that's a problem.
Is there a player you think the Magic should target in the offseason?
Jimmy Butler,
So he make the short drive up to 95?
make the short drive up to 95 and turn a young squad into Eastern Conference contender instantly.
I, I like it. He brings a
Yeah.
certain grittiness to every team he's been on. And them young cats probably need that. Maybe they don't blow a 20-point lead if Jimmy Butler is on that team. Hmm. Like I said, experience.
Depending on what the Warriors decide to do, and depending upon how much money this person wants, maybe Clay for them.
So
And
that's
I
been
would,
circulating on the internet.
because he's honestly the best available. DeMar maybe like a scoring guard ish, but DeMar's more like a forward to me, I guess, these days. So he wouldn't really
Yeah.
fit. Buddy Hield maybe on a cheaper
Nah.
end, but past Buddy
They
Hield,
don't
there really isn't anybody else.
they don't need a veteran who don't act like a veteran.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also,
Buddy Hield would destroy that team.
So the only other thing is Clay.
yeah.
Clay is the only true free agent per se.
They bring in Clay, Eastern Conference Finals, head to head against the Celtics or Knicks next year, whichever one has to play them before to get there. Um, yeah, could be the next big thing. You pair Clay Thompson with Branchero, I could see them winning at least one ring together.
So I know everybody saw the soundbite. So let's address the soundbite. And first off, I just want to say this in case Pat Riley is listening. I got no smoke for Pat Riley. I'm just reporting the news. So Pat Riley had a news conference and they were talking about the importance of Jimmy Butler. And Pat said in order for us to dedicate that many resources to one player, he's got to play more. And I guess are we gonna leave out that he called Tyler Hero fragile? We gonna leave that part out?
Pat Riley basically got up there and said they all soft
Basically.
in so many words, except
Oh,
Bam. Except Bam. You can't say nothing bad about Bam.
Bam plays like through and through. Bam, like I have no smoke for Bam whatsoever, none. Because when nobody else shows up, Bam shows up.
Hmm.
Bam straight up show up. So
and he gonna give you 110% every time. Like I haven't seen a player with that much heart in a long time. Like just pure unadulterated heart, leaving it on the court. I appreciate players that play like that, because that's more old school. Like when you watch him play, he got that old school feel to his game, and you know that he's gonna bump. It's gonna be gritty, and he gonna give you nothing but effort.
hey Pat, remember I ain't got no smoke for you. I got a little bit of smoke, but give me some grace. Um, I just I don't want to be Stan Van Gundy. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to be Stan Van Gundy.
Damn,
But
Why Stan catch a stray?
damn, damn, damn.
Stan's good
what
these days. He ain't deserve that.
I'll get to that later. Um, Pat Riley is too great to allow the team to have a down season so they can get some draft picks. And because of that, they have to do a better job than anybody else in the NBA finding role players. It is more players in the NBA on almost max contracts who never got drafted because of Pat Riley and that front office finding players. You don't have to find you some studs. And maybe, possibly, with what's going on in Milwaukee, maybe you get your wish and get your point guard. Because what happened in Milwaukee, nah, that was
I mean, I get
that,
I get it that Giannis was hurt, but how many failed seasons are we gonna give Doc Rivers? How many? When is enough enough?
you fired a coach while you in first place. You got Doc Rivers, who has more losses with 3-1 leads in the history of the NBA.
They couldn't even get to a 3-1 lead in this one.
I'm just I'm just saying when you start putting that logic together, oh well, what coach are we gonna get?
Can't
Doc
be him.
left he left the
That
ESPN booth to go put this garbage on tape.
so let's backtrack over the last couple seasons of the Milwaukee Bucks, right? You end the season with the number one seed, get your ass whooped by the eight seed, fire the coach that actually won a championship the year prior. You bring in a young coach that they never coached before. He's leading your team to another number one seed, but you fire him because you said you're not playing good enough defense. And the ensuing game, Doc Rivers blows a 20-point lead and loses the game. Fast forward to the end of the season. Now we don't have Giannis and we see another first round exit. Why does Doc Rivers still have a job?
Who's taking that job? That's a better question. Because if I'm a coach, I know you ain't got a clue what you're doing. Your
Mm-mm.
roster construction is all messed up. Like, come on. The players didn't want to play for Rock. The players didn't want to play for no coach. No matter what coach got in there, they didn't play. So it's irrelevant who the players want to play for. I'm not asking them players who we should go hire, if we should fire Doc. I'm not asking them nothing. They've been trash since they was in first place. How you go from first to a first round exit? For years, people been telling me, "Oh, Giannis, the Greek freak. He the next coming. He's the next big thing. He ain't shit. I see no leadership. The only thing I see is, oh, he got his brother on the squad. His brother is taking a roster spot.
That's gonna be
That's
the Lakers next year when they draft Bronny.
Yeah. How you feel about it? Yeah. My
go ahead.
goat.
Go ahead. Draft Bronny. Please
Yup.
draft Bronny.
Yup. And then he
You
gonna he
will be
gonna be the next goat.
sure.
And then you gonna be sitting here mad.
You're
10 years,
sure and
10
sure.
years later, you gonna be mad. I can't wait.
Please draft Bronny. Dude averaging less than 4 points a game. The man need to go down to one of these HBCUs, get it out the mud, come back to the league, and be ready. But what you doing right now, dog? Bronny, it's me. It's your boy. Don't do it. You got listen. You got that DNA. Go get it out the mud. Go get on financial aid. Rough it in college. Get hungry. Don't be like the rest of the kids that people my age raising. They don't know what the hood look like. They don't know what the struggle look like. Go get it out the mud. Then when you come back, you can look your daddy in the eye and be like, yeah, let's go get this. But right now, you ain't ready. You ain't ready. Quit letting them
So what
people
we
gas
think?
you up because your last name.
I give LeBron 2 more seasons, 2 more championship list seasons, and then he retires. Long enough for his son to get into the league.
TP, let me ask you this question. Let's say Bronny let's say he go to a Gremlin. Fam, you don't get mad at me. I'm just using this because that's the most recent team that got a win in the NCAA tournament. Don't shoot me. Let's say he go to Grambling, they getting instead of them getting just the play-in win, they win a first round game and a second round game. That'll make him a first round draft pick, won't it?
Make
Depends
him
on
look
his
good.
involvement as far as being a leader on that team. He would
But
have
yeah, he
to
gonna have to
he would
average
have to be
20.
amazing.
Yeah. He gonna have to average at least 20
Yeah, he'd have to be amazing. And even then I
and
still
get them
don't think
back.
he would be a first round pick.
Brock, that's crazy business, man.
He said he still sucks. I mean, I'm just saying, even I don't think that would even matter. I think he has to show an exponential amount of growth for him to be considered a first round draft pick, and that's next year. This year he's undrafted. There's just no way.
But you got guys like KJ Simpson, uh, Cam Spencer, Antonio
Maybe
Reeves. Those are second round guys.
right.
Tristan Newton,
Like
second round.
there would have to be more rounds. The NBA need more rounds
I'm,
if
We'll
he
see
was,
though.
well, I'm just,
for him to get drafted.
I'm,
You know,
I'm
and I'm
just,
not I'm not trying to be disrespectful by any means. I'm just saying the product he's put on the court has not granted a drafted position.
Yeah.
It just
But
hasn't.
there was somebody though. There was somebody that was averaging trash numbers. Scotty Barnes, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Hold
And,
on.
and still got drafted.
Hmm. He didn't even start,
Mm.
but yeah. Oh,
I mean, if you wow the scouts in the workouts, that can elevate your draft status.
that would help. Yeah. Okay, no, he averaged
Hmm.
about 10. My bad.
But yeah, I don't see it. Not right now. I don't see it.
do I see 120 to 80? Is that what I see?
For what? The Celtic game?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got killed.
It
Yeah,
was like
it's over.
115 to 91 or something like that.
Yeah, it's 120 to 120 to 95.
Yeah, it's over with. The Denver game is loading. Yeah, they in shoot arounds right now, getting ready.
No, there's nobody behind me. It's just flickering because I don't have my screen set up properly. So I apologize for that. That's what's going on there. Um, and for some reason the lighting is dark, way darker than it was last week. Um,
You get you a ring light.
I, I had one, and then it broke, and then I bought another one, and then it broke. I got mad. I kept throwing away money on a ring light, so I need to find one that can, like, especially for football season. I need one that can take a little bit of abuse. That's all.
Well, what are you
Um,
doing to your ring? I've
Right.
been using this same ring light for over a year.
I move stuff around like for different podcasts, so I move stuff around. It happens. Like I put everything in my backpack. It happens.
I
It is
move
what it is.
stuff around.
Because like I was
Aggressively moving stuff around.
no, I wasn't throwing
That's
nothing around.
no.
I wasn't beating up my ring lights during Florida State games. No, that was not what was happening. But I tell you, FAMU baseball team, I might make an eyebrow bet. I need y'all to be on y'all game in the SWAC tournament.
When that
Because them
starts.
alley Uh, I think this weekend, if I'm not mistaken, the softball started today. I keep mixing up softball and baseball. Softball started today, and then baseball starts this weekend. So I might make an eyebrow bet because them alley cats feeling jumpy. They're feeling real, real jumpy after they got a couple wins in Tallahassee. They was oh man, they was big talking. I'm still trying to find any of their SWAC championships that seem to elude them. I don't see any of them on the board. So one day we'll see. Um, but yeah, TP,
Yes, sir.
my Knicks, man, my Knicks. I'm so proud of them. Even if the refs getting on social media talking about they missed 4 calls, I don't care
Hey,
about them missed 4 calls. The refs are a part of the game. Play through.
What's the
Stop making
record on
excuses.
consecutive? What's the record on consecutive 40-point games in the playoffs?
I don't know. Let's look.
Jalen Brunson is at 4, which I'm saying he's been nothing short of amazing. Can he do that the entire series against the Pacers? Is the question.
So let's be honest, right? Oh, it's Jerry West. Jerry West and Bernard King are the top two.
And
Jerry
how
West,
many did
Bernard
they
King,
have?
Michael Jordan. Uh, 6 consecutive games. Jerry West holds the record with 6 consecutive 40-point games in the playoffs. By the way, just so everybody know, he never won with them 40-point games. Bernard King has 4 straight for the Knicks, and Jordan did it 3 times.
So
Jordan did it
Jalen,
around the third, yeah.
so Jalen Brunson has the potential to, make history.
do something nobody's ever
Three,
done.
three more 40-point games in a row, and he breaks the record. He gets one more in a row, he moves into second place because right now he's tied with Bernard King.
So hear me out. Hear me out. Maybe, just maybe, we slow the pace down for a team who does not play half court defense. Let's just slow it down, take our time, and quit running with these young children. That's all they want to do. They want to get a rebound, get on the break. They want to get a steal, get on the break. All they want to do is get on the break. You know how you stop people from getting on the break? Score the bucket and get back. Also, there should never, at any point in time in a basketball game, that there is 4-on-1 ever. That means 4 other people decided that they didn't want to go back on defense. But
Yeah,
again,
that's
I
fair.
blame Tibbs because Tibbs, you got 12
Um,
players, play 8. That's all you got to do.
he did though. He did though. Precious got him 4 minutes.
Did he? What did you just say to me? just,
Precious Achua. He got 4 minutes.
oh my. Who else got 4 minutes? See what I'm talking about?
Nobody else.
See what I'm talking about? Tibbs, help your boy out. Help your boy out. Let him sit down for a little bit. Let him get some popcorn. Let him get some popcorn. Let him watch the game a little bit. Watch how the game flow. But dang it, we don't need him to get 40 every game. I promise you, if you slow the pace down and let him get 33, we win by 10. You cut down on turnovers, and that's what happened with that frenetic pace, and you're not playing enough players. People get tired, their brains get tired, they start turning the ball over.
Yeah.
So, but shout out to my Knicks. Because if they fans, I know y'all want to see me act up. Let these people get to the Eastern Conference Finals and win 2 games. Y'all gonna swear to God the Knicks won the NBA Finals. Because I'm gonna be marching down the street like they won the NBA Finals.
All that just to not get through Boston. I mean,
no, they're going through Boston. As long as everybody, please keep singing the praises of Derek White. Please.
nobody seemed to be able to stop that man.
Do you hear yourself? We are talking about a bum. Nobody can stop Derek White. His career average is 12 points.
Stop talking about career averages.
Right.
You love to talk about people showing up to work, but he ain't
He's
just
showing
showing up to work anymore.
No, he is not showing up the way.
What
It's
have
the
you
other
done?
He
six
put in
seasons
overtime. He
What
put
have
in
you
overtime.
done for me lately?
Oh man. So he Janet Jackson now. All right. Again, a dude averaged 5 points, went for 50. This is the NBA we are working with now. I hate to be the get off my lawn guy, especially with Ant playing. This is an aberration. This is like it is the regeneration of the NBA of old. A player that can play defense and go for 30. That's how it's supposed to be. Not a dude who took 10 years to cut his hair off, and all of a sudden he going, you know what? That's what it is. That's his superpower. He cut his hair off. As long as he was hanging on to that hair, he couldn't play to save his life. Now he done cut that hair off. Oh, he's scoring everywhere.
The
Big
man
head
has
Derek
been
White.
playing outside of his mind all playoffs and pretty much most of the
Yeah.
season.
Have you seen his big old head? Of course he playing out of his mind. He mega mind.
Wow. The disrespect. Look, I want you to keep that same energy when the Celtics take y'all out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep all his energy because I don't think it's gonna be that easy. It's
That easy for who?
I don't think it's gonna be that easy for the Celtics. I think the Celtics gonna have a full blown
Shit.
problem on their hands.
Shit.
Look like they handled their matchup tonight quite well, very easily.
They were playing tiny tots. Anybody can beat the kindergarten class. Come on, man, don't do that.
And y'all not the tiny tots over there?
Dog, we got good
I
size
mean,
across the board. Don't do that.
no,
You
y'all
mean to
don't.
tell me that Brunson ain't 6'1"? He the same height as
No,
Mitchell.
Russell
Actually,
ain't
matter of fact,
6'1".
Mitchell's
His
taller.
backcourt
Mitchell's
man is
taller.
not a. Let's go. You know what? I'm tired of the slander. Let's go to this Knicks roster real quick.
Oh man.
You gonna learn today. He the same height as Garland, actually.
Don't tell him nothing.
Why I gotta go all the way into their player profile to get their heights? Oh, here we go. White Dante is 6'4".
Mitchell 6'3". Okay. Yeah, it was Brunson 6'1".
OG is 6. Oh, OG just 6'7". Okay, all right. He a little smallish. Josh Hart.
Who they small forward? Max Struess. Max Struess
What?
like 6'8". Oh no, he like 6'5". But he ain't small forward.
But
That's
why is
old.
Bogdanovich at small forward? I thought he was a power forward.
He's like a
Bogdanovich
shooting guard,
is
small forward, power forward. He kind of he float
why
around, do it all.
is listed as 6'7". I think Brog might be a little taller.
Yeah,
Mitchell.
he's about 6'7", 6'8".
Why is Alec Burke on here? And
Because he
Mitchell.
got traded.
That's
He
what I'm
is the
like.
one that need to be playing. He need to be playing now that Bogdan got hurt. He's a walking bucket too. I don't know why Tibbs don't play him. He a hater.
Man, don't get me started on Tibbs. Like if Tibbs loses to Boston, they ought to fire him. Point blank. Period. This is the most versatile squad that the Knicks have had in a very long time. Very long time. So, and as long as um the big guy, I can't think of his name now, Porzingis. As long as Porzingis is injured, they definitely got a shot. 100%.
They just oh no, that was kind of serious. Okay.
So, like you not gonna be able to stop one of the Jays, either Tatum or Brown. You're gonna have to pick your poison. One of them you just gotta let go. Period.
Yeah.
That's that. And Al Horford, listen, man, stop worrying about that boot skin. That boot skin is not a
He
threat.
got number 3 today, man. He probably had about like 10 points today. He's still open over there. Look, I ain't gonna lie, they built for this, man. KP went down. They kind of built for this, man. They got Luke Cornett, Xavier Tillman, and Al Horford. I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of what y'all got over there in Harvard-Stein and Mitchell Robinson. That's not a whole lot of offense. It's just get it done, bigs.
Hey
But they've
Tibbs.
been getting it done all year. So I mean, I ain't got no reason to believe if they got a matchup with Isaiah Harvard-Stein, it's pretty much I feel like a cancellation at that point. They just out there.
Yeah. Hey Tibbs. If Al Horford is on the court and you don't put him in isolation, yeah, you
I
need to
ain't gonna
go to where
lie.
Darvin Ham.
Big Al on defense you don't watch other game, man. Big Al on
Yes,
defense,
I
he
do.
he
Yes,
playing
I
some
do. And
deep.
that's
He
how they got
playing
it.
some defense.
Two ways they got exposed against the Warriors: Al Horford and turnovers.
Jalen Brunson can't shoot like Steph can, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's two different. He got to attack Al.
Hold on, we're not talking
Al's
about the
big
logo
body.
counting them. We're not counting them.
We gonna see. I
Listen,
don't know. Big
you can
Al.
take you
Big
can
Al
take
gonna do his
Al
thing,
is a
man.
tiny Big Al is a tiny time. Al
Tiny
ain't but
what?
6'8", 6'10".
It don't matter because Harvard Stein ain't but 6'10" too. See,
All right. The stretch speed. Oh, he 37. This might be the game that we have to get on the break, quite frankly.
seeing it's crazy though. You over here looking past Indiana. Yeah, why not get past Indiana? They about to come back with the swiftness game
I'm not
too. And you over here with come on, man. With these two bad
everybody.
calls, it
DK just told
might
y'all
have
he
been a
bet
different
on
game.
this. How we know DK bet on bet on Indiana. Oh
I
no,
did not.
6'9". Yeah. Oh,
I did not. However, I think you writing these boys off. You over here thinking that we already Eastern Conference
I'm,
Final already.
I'm
Boston.
not. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but the hard part the Knicks took a blow to the chin. Let's just be honest. They took a blow to the chin and survived.
Yeah,
Once you take that blow, you be like, "Oh, we can take this." Then you start going to work on your adjustments. It's going to be a different game next game. It's also Indiana going to have to get in the half court offense. They're going to have to, which is where everybody starts talking about they don't like Halliburton. Halliburton going to have to, especially if you on Team USA, sir. You
yeah.
going to have to learn how to play half court offense Because you think the NBA gonna stop you from running. Wait till you realize them European boys get back on defense. They ain't stopping nobody, but they gonna get back. You ain't just gonna get no free runs to the rim. But we'll talk about that another day. Um, DK, what you got for us this week, man? What you got for us this week?
Um, man, just really watching the rest of these playoffs. Watch it. Well, I mean, this might not be the podcast for that, but watching NHL playoffs, I've been definitely, watching that. That's been super exciting too. Other than that, I've just been chilling, man. Been chilling. I have a lot of things going on here in the next couple of weeks, so just chilling, man.
TP.
Well, of course, everybody has heard the beef that has been going on. You know, all I'm gonna tell you is don't just look at it as a rap beef or a black versus white type situation. It goes a lot deeper than that, but it's on you to do the investigative work to find the connections to how that affects you. Because believe it or not, this is something that will affect all of us. And if you're not paying attention, you're gonna be late to the party when shit really hits the fan. I
Yeah.
spoke about it last week. Just staying informed. This is another situation that has transpired that affects the way the industry conducts business. And if you aren't somebody that likes to be, informationally inclined, I don't know what to tell you. I'm looking at it, from all angles, try to understand what's going on. You know, we can enjoy the music aspect of it, but we can also dig a little deeper and find the connections to how that, you know, affects the grand scheme of things. The cases that's going on with P. Diddy, the history behind R. Kelly, Michael, and Prince, because they've all it's all been implicated within this whole situation. So my best advice to you all is just stay informed and do research. Don't just look at it for face value. Dig a little deeper. You might be shocked by what you find. But that's all I got for y'all this week. We'll have more next week. Trust me.
I'm sure.
um, whew. So shout out to everybody like TP said that watched the rough beef. It was refreshing as a 51-year-old man to be excited about current MCs dropping music. I ain't gonna lie, I took sides, but I took sides based on USA and Canada. And if you follow me on Twitter, I drop little nuggets about Canadian shows and just to let you know that like my jokes have context. So you follow me on Twitter, I give you context of where the joke come from. Because some people be scratching their head like the Red Green Show is actually a show. When I say Moose Lodge, I'm talking about the Red Green Show. So I think you can still catch it on PBS. Um, but so I want to apologize today for fans who saw me on Twitter kind of get out of character with a young man who used me to attack FAMU. And if you know my story, I make it known. I'm not HBCU, but HBCU was the vehicle for me to get through Florida State, get to and through Florida State. So when you attack FAMU, most of the time it's in swag fun or whatever, and people get their jokes off, whatever. And because of this current donation, it's a lot of noise around it. That's fine. Say what you want to say. But what you're not gonna do, you're not gonna use my character, my life experience, my journey to attack FAMU. And I'm gonna sit idly by. But what I can't do is I can't get out of character because another man decided to try and turn FAMU into a joke. Because I got plenty of jokes if you see me. I can go joke for joke. And I go joke for joke based off history. But in this case, I didn't. I got out of character, and for that, I apologize. I'm not apologizing to that gentleman because you got that smoke that you asked for. I'm apologizing to people that know me when I got out of character. So for that, I apologize. I am not saying that it's not going to happen. I promise you, I'm probably going to do it again because I'm from South St. Pete. That's going to be in me. When you attack, my natural instinct is to shoot first, ask questions later. So I'm not saying that I won't do it, but I'm going to do a better job of being slow to anger. How about that? So I want to thank everybody for coming out to the podcast, the 42 in the building. We will be back next week. For everybody that's looking for this podcast on all of your streaming platforms, they will start rolling out. We had an issue. I found out that somehow we were on Samsung devices and TVs. So you can catch Gathering the Old Men in this podcast on Samsung. However, a few of the episodes aren't lining up properly, and I'm going to get to work on that tonight to get those lined up. So also the Gathering the Old Men podcast from last week, that will also show up by tomorrow. So you'll be able to catch that broadcast. I am working because, again, of this issue with the donation. I am trying desperately to get a couple interviews. Hopefully one falls through. If that does, I will have Yard Talk on because this is an important discussion that needs to be had. So I don't want to be journalist. This ain't what I want to do. But I've seen that the paper in Tallahassee in the past has not been fair to FAMU in the past. So I want to make sure that that doesn't happen. And also I got to, I'm probably going to end up putting some friendships in some situations, and I'm trying to avoid doing that. So I will do my best to be fair and just to everybody involved. But that's what's coming up this Thursday. For TP, DK, and myself, thank y'all for coming out.